all day.
Okay, people. I wanted to hold this meeting to tell you that, well, we finally might have a cure for your condition.
Okay. Let's hope it's a good one. Let's hold off celebrating till we hear it. I hope we're not trusting anyone from the corporation.
We can use a treatment based on healthy brain tissue. For that purpose, we'd need to use the tabula rasa you've probably all seen occupy a space in the room. So, you decided to go down that path.
Great! Why don't you just hand us over for experiments already?
Let's be rational. Since we already have the tabula rasa, I say we use it. What else are we gonna do with an awareness-free body?
Use it? I don't like the sound of that. He's an alter, just like us. Even if he has no memories, how can we be sure he doesn't feel anything?
I agree that we should be rational. It's just that there's something so cold-blooded about this. I feel it's a line we shouldn't cross. Because once we do, there's no going back.
Come on. We have to think of the greater good. Be utilitarian. Sometimes you need to make tough decisions for the sake of the collective. Otherwise, there would be no society, no progress, nothing. Just tell me we're not doing this. We're not taking his brain out. It's sickening.
We have an alternative. Neural implants. It's a safe and efficient solution, but you'll need to agree to have a corporate device fixed in your heads.
A tracking device. Why don't you say it?
We've got nothing to hide, do we?
Maybe we just need to not think about it so much.
We haven't done anything wrong. Why should we be afraid?
Let's stop wasting time and get on with it. We knew from the start we weren't born into a fairy tale.
Exactly. We weren't born into a fairy tale. Because we weren't born at all. We were just created to prolong this loser's meaningless life. Truth is, there is no good way out of this mess. The branching was, from the start, it was,
Make way for the doctor.
Is he unconscious?
He's breathing. Get him some water.
It's getting worse. We need a cure now. What's your call? I'm putting my money on Lena's idea. Good. I'll gather everyone and inject the neural implants in their heads. Let's hope this works. Alright, let's see. This should go here, and... Are you okay? I think so. At least it's not causing me any physical discomfort. And it looks like it didn't kill me. Maybe I underestimated Lena. Great. Maybe in time you'll just be able to forget about it. What's done is done. All that matters now is whether we can continue our mission safely. Time to get the others, I suppose. I'll leave you to it.
Hey, how do you feel after the procedure? I feel relieved. Now that the choice is made, we can get back to doing our jobs and hope for the best. A clear conscience means peace of mind. Whatever comes next, I'm sure you won't regret it. Hey, how'd it go with the treatment?
Good, I suppose. The trick is not to think about it too much. As for the results, well, we'll have to wait, but I guess it's in the hands of Ally Corp Medical now.
You did a great job. It was Lena's idea, but I couldn't have pulled it off without you.
Yeah, thanks. I guess we're not such a bad team after all, me and her. But, just as I expected, not everyone was willing to cooperate.
What do you mean?
The worker. He refused to let me jab him. And I didn't want to do anything against his will, not without instructions from you.
He had a right to refuse. He's made it very clear he's against this solution.
You do know he'll die if we don't do anything about it. Are you sure you want to let that happen? Because it would be very irrational.
Is it even possible to force him? I mean, how would we do it? Tie him up or what?
Well, maybe it wouldn't have to be so drastic. That jab isn't more painful than a mosquito bite. And mosquitoes often bite people in their sleep, if you know what I mean.
Are you suggesting we inject the implant while he's unaware?
That would be low.
No, I can't betray his trust like that.
Well then, that leaves us with no choice but to allow the worker to succumb to the laws of natural selection.
Fine. In that case, let him have his way. He's a grown man. He can decide for himself. There's nothing more we can do for him.
If you say so, I don't see much sense in it, but let it be.
So, who's that?
Hey man, good to see you back on your feet.
Oh, I feel much better, don't worry. Ally Corp Medical's taking good care of me. And when I'm no longer needed, they have a way to put me down quietly now, right?
I decided to choose the more ethical way I thought you'd approve. You traded us over to Ally Corp. How is that ethical? I thought we had urgent work to do. Why don't we just do it? Hey, I know you were against it, but in the end, I decided to trust Lena's solution. I am never gonna let them stick their dirty fingers in my brain. You hear? Never.
Looks like I'm done. Should I go there next?
So, how do you feel after the procedure? I feel much better. Those ghastly headaches are gone. It's amazing what Lena did. I mean, she basically cured us from light years away. Whatever happens, everything will be fine. I just know it. So, how do you feel after the procedure? Much better. I went back to my workout today, and it felt great. I'm a little worried about how the corporation's gonna react to us, though. Don't worry, I won't let them hurt you. Jan, I know you're a tough guy, and I believe you truly mean that. We both know there's nothing you'll be able to do. Still, whatever happens, you had the balls to do the right thing. And I know I can trust you whatever happens. So how's the workout going? You happy with your barbells? Oh, yeah. Thanks for making the effort. You feeling all right? Honestly, my body feels great. I feel much stronger already, but... But what? But it's not okay. I'm not okay. I think I was deceiving myself. I did feel incompatible, but it wasn't because my body was incomplete. It was because my soul was missing something. Or someone, to be more precise. Someone I loved. Ben. Ben? Yeah? Is it really so surprising for you? Actually, not that much. Of course not. You remember our basketball team captain? Yeah, I do, but... You know, I always thought that was just for laughs. Oh, yeah. Yeah, for laughs. What about your cousin's boyfriend in the summer of... Okay, yeah, you win. You win. I always thought of it as a phase. You know, experimenting with different stuff. Well, I thought that about my experiments with girls. But it wasn't a phase. It felt right for you. You just never met the right guy. Yeah. I guess I met the right woman instead. And I met Ben, which means in our case, it wasn't really about looking for a woman or a man, just finding the right person.
So, tell me more about Ben.
Well, after Mom died, I decided to stay abroad, quit college. I joined this community of warehouse workers and got into activism. Ben was in our group, a geology student, but he was different. Never took things too seriously, everybody liked him. He had me the moment he smiled at me.
What happened then?
Our protest didn't bring results, so we intensified our actions. Police interventions escalated. Before we knew it, we were entangled in a full-scale war between the workers and the corporations. I was all into it. I even felt like the people might want me as a leader. But Ben, he started having doubts. He detested violence. He wanted us to try and change the corporation by working with it instead of fighting it.
Sounds like your Ben was a truly idealistic soul.
Got that right. At first, I mistook it for cowardice, but as the riots got more and more violent, I began to see he was actually brave to go against the tide like that. So, when Ben suggested we just pack our things and get away from it all,
You went with him.
yeah, I did. And I never regretted that decision.
So, you missed this guy.
We became inseparable. He talked me into taking up a job in an offshore oil rig. Then one day, when we were on shore leave, Ben started talking about rubidium and space mining missions. He was so excited about it. Wanted us to enroll there and then.
And did you?
We both did. And then we got totally wasted, which was a bad idea because that was our last day off. So the next day, our transport arrives and Ben gets on it without me. I'm just too damn hungover. So I stay behind, miss my shift, make calls to tell them I'll get on the next transport. But I never do. Because that day, there's a major gas leak on the rig. The whole thing blows up, killing 12 people, including Ben. After that, I just kept blaming myself for not being there with him. I kept turning it over and over in my head, wondering if I could have done something.
I'm so sorry, man.
Well, that's the twisted thing. I appreciate your empathy, but you don't have to be sorry.
I don't?
No. Because it's not what really happened, right?
Okay.
At first, I was too confused to even think about it, and I guess I tried to keep Ben and that whole story at arm's length. It was depressing enough to realize who I was, or what I was. A ripple on the water of someone else's life. And I don't like being depressed, you know that.
Yeah.
But doing more and more of those bench presses, I just couldn't avoid thinking that if my real life path was different and I, meaning you, never even met Ben, then that means there's a possibility he might still be alive, if he exists at all. And the more I think about it, the more certain I am that I just want to know. I want to know what the real reality looks like. Does that make any sense to you?
Okay, tell you what. Why don't we try and find out more about him when we get back?
If we get back. If you get back. Not much chance for me to make it. We both know that. No, Jan. You don't get it. I need to know now. It would just be so amazing to discover a different, better ending to my story. Oh, come on. Can't you use your contact with Earth to ask around?
Okay. No promises, but I can try.
Thanks, man. Seriously, I know it's a lot.
Need to narrow down the search a bit, though.
Sure. The name's Ben Harris. Actually, his full name's Benjamin, but he never liked it. The Ben I knew anyway. So I was thinking, since my Ben was so hyped up about going on a Dolly mission, if he exists, there's a solid chance he applied in this reality too. Which means he's gotta be an Ally Corps database of candidates.
Okay. Let's find out if you really know him that well. Should I do this now?
more to do here. Should I move there?
Lucas, you there?
Jan, what's the matter?
Well, I have a favor to ask of you, sort of on the side. It might seem unconventional, but it's important.
What is it?
It's about a certain person called Benjamin Harris. It's possible he could have applied to participate in a Dolly mission in recent months. Do you think you could take a look in the candidate database and see if there's any trace of him?
And why exactly do you need to track him down?
He was very important to one of my altars. And not knowing if he's alive bothers him a lot. I'd like to help him.
Oh, I see. It's cool you care for him that way, but I can't just snoop around corporate databases at will. They're not that accessible.
Please? This is really important to me.
Look, I get it, but what do you want me to do? Break in? I mean, that would be illegal.
But it wouldn't be wrong.
I guess I talked you into something illegal too, right? Making your altars just so you could survive and bring back Rapidium. Those arcs you've collected, I know you're taking this mission seriously. So, I guess I can at least think about it, okay?
Thanks, man. I won't tell anyone, promise.
Yeah, I know. You got anything more on this guy?
There's a chance he's a geologist.
Might be helpful.
And he's got a loud laugh.
That a little less.
That was a joke, Lucas.
I got it, Jan. It's just my laugh is a quiet one.
And that's what makes it so priceless.
Let's get this straight. I'm only saying I'll try.
I believe in you, Lucas.
Yeah, sure. I'll get back to you if I find something.
You know where to find me. Lucas, any news?
Yeah. Good news, actually. I managed to get into the candidate database. Your guy does exist.
Seriously? Wow.
And you were right. We have him on the list.
No shit.
Yeah, this is very fresh. His application's still waiting to be processed, but I bet he's got a decent chance. Works on an offshore rig, which would make him qualified to work as a refinery operator.
Man, that's just incredible.
Want to tell me more about why it's so incredible?
The refiner, my alter, he predicted this. He knew this guy. They were in love. And he knew him so well, he was sure Ben would apply for a Dolly mission. Even though he wasn't sure, I wasn't sure. He existed anywhere outside his mind.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So, what are you planning to do with this information? Will you tell this alter of yours that his boyfriend is actually out there?
Well, I feel that I should tell him. He really wants to know.
Look, I don't know, Jan. I'm not sure you want to get this guy's hopes up.
You mean?
I mean, we don't know what's gonna happen to your alters, right? Even if they survive, we all want the best for them, but imagine your alter ego finding this guy back on Earth and what? Marrying him? It could be a dangerous precedent, don't you think?
Shit. Oh, this is complicated.
Yeah, well, you know them better than me. He'll figure out what to do. My job is done here.
Yeah. Thanks, Lucas. I owe you one.
Don't mention it. Just keep it up with the Rapidium, and we're even.